everyone, and welcome to our explainer. So, there's this AI company called Perplexity, and they just dropped a new browser called Comet. Their goal? It's pretty ambitious. They want to rescue our curiosity from an internet that's basically designed to sell us stuff. They think the whole way we search for information is broken, and today we're going to dig into how they plan to fix it. And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. This is the core problem they're going after. I mean, think about it. The last time you searched for something, were you really just looking for information? Or did you feel like you were being, gently guided towards buying something? Perplexity argues that the internet's original promise, this amazing library of human knowledge, has kind of been swapped out for a giant, invisible shopping mall. Every single click just takes you a little deeper into someone else's sales pitch. Okay, so before we jump into the solution, we really have to understand the real-world effect of all this. How has the modern web actually, rewired our brains and, as Perplexity claims, basically put a lid on our own curiosity? This slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? The divide is huge. We were promised this incredible universe of knowledge, but what we actually got feels a lot more like a digital phone book. The whole system is built to get you to click a link, fast, not to actually learn something deeply. It's all about rewarding speed and transactions, not genuine exploration. And this is the real consequence. Over time, we've all been trained to become answer getters, right? In our jobs, in school, the goal is always to find the quickest possible answer and just move on. The actual joy of asking a question, of following that little thread of curiosity and seeing where it leads, that's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle, all in the name of efficiency. All right, so we've diagnosed the problem. Now, what's the cure? Well, Perplexity believes the answer isn't just to build a slightly better search engine. Nope, they think we need a completely new tool, one that's designed from the ground up to reverse this trend and unlock the internet's true potential. And this is it. It's called the Comet browser, and the idea behind it is actually super simple, but kind of profound when you think about it. Instead of just typing a few keywords into a search bar and hoping for the best, Comet is built to encourage you to ask full, complex questions. That's the default. It's all about changing the most fundamental thing we do online, how we ask for information. Okay, cool idea, but does this thing actually work? Well, according to Perplexity's early data, the effect is staggering. On their very first day using Comet, people started asking 6 to 18 times more questions. I mean, that's not just a little bump. That is a huge, fundamental shift in behavior. It kind of suggests that our curiosity was never really gone. It was just buried under a system that didn't reward it. So, how in the world does it do that? What's the secret sauce? Well, the magic isn't just in the browser itself, but in a really powerful AI assistant that's baked into the entire experience. So meet the Comet Assistant. You can think of it as your co-pilot for browsing the web. It can do the heavy lifting for you on deep research projects. It can summarize articles right before a meeting, help you debug some code, or even find the best deal when you're shopping. And because it's just there in every new tab you open, you never have to break your flow to go find some other AI tool. It's right there the moment a question pops into your head. But, a cool browser assistant? That's just step one. Perplexity is already thinking way bigger, and they're starting to question the very foundation of how we've been interacting with AI assistants so far. And this is the big question they're asking, and it's a challenge to the entire industry. Is a little chat window really the best we can do for a personal AI assistant? Perplexity's answer is a pretty firm no, and their vision for what comes next is a whole ecosystem of AI tools. So here's the game plan, the roadmap they've laid out. It all starts with the browser assistant, your co-pilot. From there, it moves right into your inbox with an email assistant that can handle scheduling and help you draft replies. But the final and most ambitious step is what they're calling background assistance. Just imagine having a personal team of AIs working behind the scenes, chipping away at your to-do list while you focus on what's important. That's the end game. And of course, for an assistant to be truly personal, it can't just live on your desktop, right? It has to be everywhere you are. So Perplexity's vision naturally extends to every device we use. So yeah, the next logical step is mobile. But this isn't just about shrinking the desktop app. They're designing a mobile-first AI that's meant to strip away all the ads and clutter you find on the mobile web. And they're leaning heavily on advanced voice technology, so you can just ask your questions and get answers easily, no matter where you are. But here's something really smart. Perplexity knows that a fancier tool isn't the whole solution. An AI, at the end of the day, is only as good as the information it learns from. So to truly build a better internet, you also need better content. And that's where Comet Plus comes in. It's basically an initiative to partner directly with reputable publishers and news outlets. The goal is super simple: support real journalism and make sure the AI's answers are built on a solid foundation of high-quality, trustworthy information. And that really brings us to the final thought that Perplexity leaves us with. Once the tools are in place and the quality of information is better, the focus really shifts back to us. With all these barriers to knowledge being lowered, the only question that's left is, what will you ask of the world? Thanks so much for tuning in.